All right, so let me share with you three things that I wish somebody had told me when I joined the military. So I remember distinctly feeling and thinking to myself, I signed my contract for 5 years in the military at MEPS, and I was driving home, and I remember I said to myself, man, did I mess up? Did I make the right decision? By the time I leave for boot camp, I'll be 22, and 5 years later, I'll be 27. Did I make the right decision? Did I mess up? What went wrong? And I started to have feeling of regret in a way, right? So let me share with you three things that I wish somebody had explained to me at that time. So number one, that feeling is completely normal, right? When we first get the idea of joining the military, it seems great, right? But the reality of it is, as you start to move on to that process, the process of joining, the different waves of reality hit. The first wave is when you went through the DEP program, you say to yourself, man, everyone's trying to join the military. Let me get up to par. And you start to adjust yourself, right? The second wave comes in when you sign for your contract. You sign for 4, 5, or 6 years of your life. When I left for boot camp at 22 for 5 years, I'll be missing out on my early 20s, right? I'll be committed to this thing. And I don't know what I'm exactly going to be doing. Am I going to be missing my 20s? Did I make the right choice? Right? That feeling is completely normal, right? And the third wave of reality, in my opinion, comes in when the day gets closer for you to leave for boot camp, and you just realize you're not going to be there for a lot of things. You're not going to be there for your mom's birthday, dad's birthday, brother's birthday, sister's birthday, dog, cat, grandmother, grandfather, your uncle, whatever, aunt, their birthdays, or your family reunion, your Christmas, your Thanksgivings. You may not be there for all those events, right? And you won't be able to be there for all those events, right? Unless you get incredibly lucky and get stationed for your whole term in the military, near home. But that's going to be a rare case that not a lot of us have the fortune to be in that position. So the second thing that I wish somebody had told me is the fact that change is the beginning of independence. And my dad illustrated this the best to me. And he said, when you first plant a tree, as it starts to grow, you put a stick on the ground, you put a fence over it, and you tie the tree to the stick so the tree grows properly, because when the winds and the weathers hit, you don't want the tree to be knocked out, because when it's first growing, it's a little baby, and when a gust of wind blows, you might fall over and die, right? So the act of a parent early on in your life is to act as the stick, act as the fence, help you grow properly, help you from the winds, protect you from the winds, and also the fence protect you from predators that want to, knock you down, eat you, whatever, right? And then once you start to become more independent as you join the military, the act of the stick becomes irrelevant, because you start to grow and be more independent, so you can take on the winds by yourself. The little creatures that want to eat you can't really do much. Right? You become more independent, right? So the change in environment, change in people, change in your life is for a positive, it's for a good thing. And the last thing that I wish somebody had told me is the best thing in life is to create a unique life. And that has personally been my own personal motto, is to create a unique life. Right? And not a lot of people join the military, as you would think. There's not a lot of people in the United States that are active military members or have been in the military. There seems like there's a lot, but compared to the general population, there isn't a lot, right? And so being in the military is great. It's a great story that you can tell and pass on. But I believe the best thing and the best thing that contributes to having a unique life is all the unique experiences that you experience when you're in the military that truly helps you get and develop a good life. Right? One of my personal goals is when I am in the future at my deathbed. I want to be, when I'm thinking about my life, I want to be able to say to myself, I lived a good life. Right? And that's, in my opinion, what everyone should strive to do. Create unique experiences, create a unique life, not live the same life as everyone else does, whatever the world does, but to create your own unique life, to have your own unique story, to create and share, pass on your own unique experiences to other people, to future generations, so they can benefit from that and they can learn from that and they can cut the learning curve so they can surpass you at one point. That should be the goal of everything. And that's the goal of what I do, sharing with you my stories, my personal experiences, and everything that I do. It's for you guys. If you're watching this, the youngest viewer that I have that I know is 10. Right? I wish I knew everything about, like, what I teach about finance. I wish I knew that when I was 10. But I don't. I wish I knew all these different life experiences and I understood it when I was 10 years young. But the goal is to create a unique life so you can, at the end of your life, say you lived a great, unique life, and also pass on and teach other people what you learned along the way. That is my own personal opinion. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.